I'm back. I'm back. And last time I came, it was really, whatchamacallit, it was really, it was raining. Now, it's super sunny. And as you can see, it was very sunny, and there are a lot more people this time around. So yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much because, for twofold reasons. It was very contrasty. The light was extremely contrasty, as you can see, which makes it a little bit difficult for, for photography or videography. It's just the lighting is not that great. It's really nice when it's an overcast sky or early in the morning, late in the evening time. That's like the perfect light. If it's not an overcast or cloudy, well, this was a cloudy day, but if it's not an overcast day, those are the best times to go out and shoot. And of course, having all these people here, well, it makes it a little bit more difficult because, most of the time they're in the background. So I did have some difficulty initially. Afterward, I just decided, you know what, it is what it is. So I went around it by trying to crop my my view. There's another word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it at the moment. So, yeah, I really love this place. This is really one of my favorite places. It's very quaint, very traditional, of course. It's very, very pretty. I will be going back, and hopefully I can go early next time. You can see Namsan Tower in the background. And there's also a video on my playlist where I went with my friend Julie a couple of years ago, so that'll be nice. And here it was really funny because I was able to, I went over to a different road and there were very few people, but then I started conversing with the ranger. So by the time I was done with her, like 10 minutes later, we spoke for at least 10 minutes. I wanted to do a self-portrait, and of course there were people in the background. So I continued my walk, and I said, you know what, I've already been through these two busy roads where there are a ton of people. I'm going to see if I can go around to a different area and see if perhaps there are less people. Which was a really good idea because I didn't come across too many people. It is a very small village, so you eventually either loop back around or you exit. There's a few different entrances and exits. So I continued on my walk, and then I seen this lady at the end of the road, so I'm like, oh, I'll just shoot down, and I'll shoot my feet, my sneakers. I love shoes. I don't like sneakers, but I'm like, well, if I'm gonna work, I have to use what I have to use, because when I was wearing my heels, either platforms or heels, I was tripping over, because sometimes the roads are not flat. And so he was really funny. So I had spoken to the first lady that was standing there for a long time, and I told her hello. I greeted her. Oh, wow. And as I greeted her and she started talking to me, the owner came out, and I told her that her door was very beautiful. And she said, oh, why don't you come and look? And I said, oh, great. But I didn't want to shoot indoors. So there was a courtyard. It was really pretty. And I did say thank you. Although I don't think that I recorded it because it's not on the video. So they just thought it was the cutest thing. And I just thought their, home was lovely. So, yeah, so then I continued my walk, and I did end up bumping into the ranger from the first time around. where he took video of me and I took video of him and he took video of me. We bumped into each other and he just like all of a sudden started taking a picture, like a selfie of us. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. and then I'm like, you know, I want the picture because I don't really come out good in pictures, but I look cute. So I ended up asking him if he would send it to me, but I didn't think about it. Hello, if he sends it to you, he needs to have like a number or an email or something. So I ended up giving him my Kakao Talk account, which is an app, and he sent it to me. But then I don't know, it was like, you know, like I don't mind being friends with people, you know, and I'm friendly to everyone. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, or child. I will talk to you exactly the same way. But then I don't really know what people think. You know, I don't know if they, you know, like him. I didn't know what he was thinking. I didn't know if he thought that, like, maybe I quote unquote liked him, or what. So he ended up messaging me and said, like, he wants to go out to lunch with me sometime. So I was like, oh, okay. You know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. He just, you know, like. Before I bumped into him, actually this was the area that I bumped into him. Sneakers. Before I bumped into him, when I first started going up, I saw him. When I first started going into the village, I saw him and I was like, oh, hello, you know, it's nice to see you. I don't know if you remember me, but I saw you, you know, before. And then he was kind of looking and go, oh, you don't remember? Then that's okay. And then I started leaving, and then he said, oh, you know, your hair is different. I said, yeah, my hair is different because I wore it half down, half up, and this time I wore it up in a bun. So I had already said hi to him. So then when I bumped into him in this section, which was just random because he was on his break, and I was like in a totally different section, we just happened to bump into each other. And when we did, you know, that's when he started taking a selfie. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I hadn't spoke to him the first time around, but I'm that kind of person anyway. I'll talk to anyone, anytime, anywhere. And that's what I did with the first, with the lady. You know, I talked to her for like 10, 15 minutes, you know, but, so anyway, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. So then I took the bus, actually a town bus, so it's not a big bus, and I went here. This is one of my favorite places too. This is, oh my word, I'm drawing a blank. Y'all look it up. So anyway, I went here and it reminded me of my friend Minjong because I've been there with her in the past, you know, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years, so I do miss her. Hopefully, God willing, I'll be able to see her soon. And yeah, Insadong. So this is a different area. It's like 20 minutes from where I was. And this is also one of my favorite areas. And I had never been here until my friend Minjong, until she took me, I hadn't been here. So so it was a nice, what do you call it? It was the first time I went there. It was just like really like, wow, this is really pretty. Good. It's really kind of quaint, kind of quirky. It's across the street, actually, from one of the temples, so God willing, I'll be going to the temple. So this is one of my favorite areas here, too. So anyway, yeah, I was just kind of looking around, and then it smelled so delicious right here. Oh my word, I can't even tell you how delicious it smells. So delicious. So then I'm like, hey, I need to go buy some of that, whatever they have there. And what they had was some bread, and it's like a salty, buttery bread. So you can see there was no one here. So it's 4 pieces for the equivalent of 12,000 won, which is $9. So I paid $9 for 4 breads, for croissant-looking bread. So then when I walked out, this one man started talking to me, and I couldn't understand what he was saying because with Korean, when they speak extremely fast. In written form, I can understand a lot. Well, depending. If they're short phrases, I can understand a lot. If they're long phrases, probably not. But anyway, I didn't know what he's telling me. So I'm like, oh, do you want some bread? And I really didn't. I never even knew what he wanted. So then I asked him if he had some tissue so that I can, hand it to him. And so, I kind of opened it in a way where I was hoping he just would, grab, his piece. Because I'm very, picky in that sense. I like to wash my hands before I eat. And he wasn't grabbing it. So I'm like, okay, let me just grab it for you. And I gave it to him. And then he kept telling me to go back in line and go back in line. And I'm thinking, why do you want me to go back in line? I'm like, do you want me to ask him to give me the other piece that I just gave you? I didn't understand. Later on, I thought about it, and I said, oh, you know what? Maybe he wanted me to go buy him, 4 and not just give him 1. I don't know. I really don't know what he was saying. I mean, he didn't seem aggressive. He didn't seem mean. He didn't seem rude. But he did seem kind of a little insistent, kind of like he wanted me to do whatever it was that he wanted me to do. And it kind of sounded like he wanted me to go back in line, but I didn't really understand why. So that's why I kind of said, okay, I gotta go, goodbye, see you later. I gotta get back to my duty here. So then I came across, a lot of different shops and cafes, and it was really nice. So I was ready to eat because I hadn't eaten all day. And I'll tell you a little bit later after this. Something ended up happening. But I hadn't eaten, and I had just drank this tiny little cup of Korean drink that they gave me, and you'll see later. So that one place that I went to, you'll see later, but you'll see why. It's at the end versus in the middle here. And so anyway, I was looking for food, and this restaurant looked like they had a lot of really yummy food, but I'm not a big pasta eater, if you invite me and we have pasta, hey, I'll eat pasta. But if I never have pasta for the rest of my life, I'll be okay not having pasta for the rest of my life, The same thing with pizza. There's certain food, I'll eat anything and everything because I love food. But there are some foods that it's what, if I never eat them again, I'm okay with it. And then with this cafe, I don't know, just persimmon tree stood out for me, so I stood, I read it, and I thought, oh, this will be really cool. But of course, I read it incorrectly, as you will hear. And so yeah, I was just, having a really, really nice time, enjoying my day, until I didn't. And you'll see why. So then this is the cafe that my friend Minjong and I went to, the one with the umbrellas. Back then, the umbrellas were like a dusty peach color, yellow, a little more pastel-y, they have the rainbow colors. So yeah, I really enjoyed it when I went there with her. Like I mentioned, I miss her, so hopefully I'll see her soon, God willing. So I just continued on my walk. I figured, I'm going to spend at least an hour and a half here. There is so much to see. So many places to enjoy.
I have no idea what I'm looking at right now.
I haven't seen this before, so I'm like, oh, what's going on? And so I continued on my quest, looking for something to eat. I was just hoping something would stand out. And then this place, actually, I obviously stopped videotaping, but I love mussels.
Mussels, so yummy.
And I thought, you know what? I want to go here, but they were closed. It was around 4:30, and they were on their break until 5. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm walking around anyway, so I'll just come back and have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. So not 3 separate meals, but one meal, totaling the, my meals for the day. I mean, I usually do eat 2 to 3 meals a day, and I snack a lot in between. Well, at least in California.
Do not
here,
step on it.
So yeah, so these people had their little artwork
They're
here.
like, don't play
do
with
not
that
step
word.
on it.
Artwork.
And then they had their little truck, painted, or car. I guess it's a car.
Too cute.
And so yeah, so I'm still looking, of course. I mean, I'm looking. I had already decided I was gonna go back to the other restaurant. So but I'm still looking just to see, you know, if anything stands out, if like you know, I see a nice little shop, anything. I was just like, and then all of a sudden, this is what happened. Oh no! I lost my glasses. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I love those glasses. They're very, very, very unique. I brought about 9 pairs with me, but those are extremely unique. So I was so bummed. I was depressed. I don't even know where I dropped them. So I thought maybe I dropped them here at this cafe that I had gone to prior to going to where I was. This place, I was just walking by. One of the workers, he basically started talking to me. I started talking to him, and he walked me across the street, and the video stopped. But I'm gonna continue with my story. So he walked me across the street, and then he said, "Oh, you know, we have a we're giving out free drinks." So that's where I had the tiny little cup of their Korean drink, and then they're giving out food and bread. And then oh, thank you, you know. And then I said I would have just kept walking by because I was just, you know, working. And then he's like, oh, you know, downstairs we have a store, a beauty store. So I went to the beauty store, and I ended up buying 3 products. They were all on sale, 50% off. So I only spent probably the equivalent of $23. So that wasn't bad. And so anyway, yeah, I went back because I wanted to see if maybe I dropped my glasses in their restroom. Because I do remember them hanging from my, basically what I do is I hang them on my tops or my dresses. I don't put them in their cases. It just seems like it's too much work putting them in the case, taking them out of the case or whatever. And so anyway, I didn't bring any of my cases with me, and I didn't want to throw it in the bag because I thought if I throw it in the bag, they'll get scratched up. But I guess scratched glasses is better than no glasses, better than lost glasses, you know. So unfortunately, I don't know what happened. I'm thinking I dropped them between this cafe from the restroom to walking back across the street and getting back on the bus. And that's obviously, you know, I'm always looking down, making sure I have my glasses. But I think this time what it was is, you know, because I'm shuffling a couple of bags or 3 bags. Well, a bag and then like a foam bag, and then the bag where I bought the bag that was carrying the creams that I bought. So I think somewhere between there, like me moving things around, like shifting or kind of like throwing the bag back on my arm, or like, you know, adjusting it, I must have hit the glasses and they fell. So anyway, I'm a little happy because right before I started editing this video, I started looking for those type of glasses, and actually I found a few stores that have very similar looking glasses. So I'm going to get those glasses back, and I just pray that whoever found it, that, you know, they can enjoy them. I mean, they're very beautiful, very, very extremely unique glasses, and you know, it is what it is. God knows it took me 2 days to get over that. I kept telling myself, well, think about the people that lose their wedding band or lose their necklaces or their heirlooms, and it's like, oh, you know, these are at least 4 pairs of glasses that I've lost here in Korea. Yeah. Over the years, I've been here. This is my 4th time I've been here. I came here the first time 6 years ago. At least 4 glasses. One of them were purple. Another one was like a mint color, and another one was brown. Those were from 6 years ago. I lost 3 in 2 trips. These were brown, and I think I might have lost some red ones, but I don't know because I've had many different colored glasses, so it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Take wonderful care. Annyeong.